Shampoo is better. I go out first and clean the hair.
No, conditioner is better.
Hey there, we're the Broforce Squad, and thank God our dad is rich so we can just get drunk as shit by the pool and chase invisible penguins. This is our Broback 2, you guessed it, Billy Madison. I'm Matt Geiger alongside our substitute teacher, Brian Banner, grading this on our 5 criteria, starting with cast, so I'll throw it to our mad scientist.
Guys, I'm only gonna take Adam Sandler on this because this has such a great cast, really top to bottom. Everybody is fantastic in it. So, Geiger, I'm gonna leave you everybody else. This is Adam Sandler. This is the Adam Sandler that we loved, that we're kind of tired of now because it's all he could play. But back then, this was Adam Sandler. This is hilarious. This is the same guy that did Happy Gilmore. He's just so ridiculous and funny, and like he's kind of the bro that we all wish that we wanted to be. Like, I would love to just be drunk all the time by not even a pool, it's a fountain.
Norm Macdonald in this is Frank. Fucking hilarious. I love that he got his Saturday Night Live buddies. Norm Macdonald as the drunk friend, Chris Farley as the bus driver, Bridget Wilson, oh my god, so hot in this movie. She should be in more, especially as the teacher, which is kind of weird. They got the dad from A Christmas Story as his dad as the hotel tycoon.
Eric McGavin.
And I'll talk about someone else that people don't talk about as much, but Teresa Marriott as Juanita, the maid in it, is fucking hilarious. How she's like into Billy. She plays like a great comedic relief. It's hard to call it a relief in a comedy movie, but she is great in this.
It's ridiculous because it's a comedy movie, but that's exactly what she is.
So the story is one that we all know somebody where their dad's rich and the kid's just a piece of shit, but the dad's a hotel tycoon. He wants his son, Adam Sandler, to take it over. He just kind of wants to get drunk, just wait for Nudie Magazine Day by the pool and get tan, and just be kind of a fucking deadbeat. He hasn't even passed high school yet. So he's about to retire and give away his like billionaire hotel. He's like a Hilton. And his son's just not ready for it, so he's going to give it away to somebody else. So his son's like, hey, man, what if I just go back each week and just pass a grade? And I'll show you that I'm fucking meant for this job, which is a stupid plot, which is why this works so well. And that's basically the premise to this story, I guess.
Like, who doesn't want to go back to having recess every day? Like, that scene, this isn't even going to make our best scene, but that scene when they're playing dodgeball.
That's awesome.
That's a great scene. Like, who doesn't want to go back to elementary school and talk about the creepy lunch lady? Who doesn't want to go back to field trips and even go back to high school sometimes? Like, everybody wants that.
I wish I could wake up tomorrow and go to elementary school. It's fucking awesome. You're just like, when's lunch? When's recess? No homework. And it's Friday, so I get to stay up past 10. Fucking awesome. And I always say, doesn't everybody – I'm not sure about this, though. I came from a small town. But doesn't everyone have an O'Doyle in their class where there's like 8 of them? There's like 1 in 3rd, 1 in 5th, one's a freshman, one's a senior, and the dad played football like back in the 70s. Doesn't everyone have that? I love the O'Doyle aspect in this movie too. It's fucking awesome.
Everybody has an O'Doyle family.
So best scene. Banner, what do you have for best scene?
It's almost too hard to choose, to be honest with you. The opening scene where he's in the tub that we referenced earlier in the pod was good. To be honest with you, I forgot my favorite scene because there's so many of them.
Okay, I'll talk about it for a second. Maybe it'll refresh your memory. We've been drinking for a while.
We've been drinking for a while.
The reason Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison work is because it seems like an hour, 20-minute Saturday Night Live skit, which we love so much. And I hate when people say the 90s cast sucked. I thought the 90s cast was the best with David Spade, Chris Farley, Mike Myers, Dana Carvey, Adam Sandler, all those guys. So that's why I love this movie. And I love that they bring in their friends. So, like, Sandler gets like, hey, I got the role.
That is correct.
Yeah, I got the role, so let's bring in Farley. Or Spade's like, I got the role, so let's bring in Sandler. Let's bring in Chris Rock, who is also on that cast. So mine is when Farley is the bus driver and he says, that Veronica Vaughn is one hot piece of ass. I know from experience because we've all done this. We're like, dude, I banged her. And then your friend's got to be like, no, you haven't. He's like, well, not me personally, but a guy I know. Him and her got it on. He's like, no, they didn't. He's like, no, they didn't. But you can imagine what it'd be like. That is my fucking favorite. Anytime he's a bus driver or when he gets a banana thrown at him and he's like, I'll turn this damn bus around. That'll end your precious little field trick pretty damn quick. And he's got the hairpiece like combed over. That is, it's hard. Like Sandler rules in this movie, but when Farley comes in, Farley was the mecca of comedy. I would still say his scenes are better than Will Ferrell's any cameo he's ever done. He's the mecca 100%. Of comedy.
I'm gonna go off of my best scene here is more of a montage, but when he's sitting at the at the lunch table with all like the third graders or whatever, and they're like discussing what Game Boy game is better.
That's cool.
Or if Sega Genesis is better. I don't remember exactly what game console. And he's having like this super intelligent conversation with these third graders, and then the lunch lady walks up and he goes, "You're creepy, lady." And they all start
and
laughing.
Some more sloppy joes. Yeah, it was like Mortal Kombat and Donkey Kong because in the 90s, I mean, who knows what's a better game, but you know what? I'll fight you about it at recess if you think I'm wrong. So that makes perfect sense. Impacts on pop culture, it's sad for me. I'm going to say not very much because Adam Sandler, he's a different type of actor. He started off on the peak of the mountain and just rode his way down. Started off on Saturday Night. I love Saturday Night Live. Dude, I love Saturday Night Live. Not so much now, but back in the day, I watched Saturday Night Live every single Saturday, even in college. And then he started with Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, and he started just going down that mountain. Waterboy is okay, Big Daddy's fine, and now he is where he is today. And Mr. Deeds is good too, but now he is where he is today. So the impacts on pop culture, I watch this and I think, what the fuck happened to you? Is basically what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to kind of piggyback off that same memento. Like, he made all these movies, and then he's like, oh, we're going to do the Happy Madison production company. Like, oh, I'm going to start producing movies and all this stuff, but nothing really came of it. And it's very interesting. I'd love to see the 30 for 30 on that of what happened, what went wrong for Adam Sandler after doing all these big hits. And whether you think like Waterboy and Mr. Deeds and those movies were good or not, they made a lot of money and they were really funny. And then what happened as he got older? He did what was that one about the remote control?
Click.
Yeah. He did that movie. And then now we're doing Grown Ups.
Funny People.
Grown Ups 2. Yeah, Funny People.
Makes you want to kill yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, very depressing. And it's weird how can you go from where you were to end up now. I know we're kind of away. This is more like the Adam Sandler impact on pop culture than the Billy Madison. But like you said, this was when he was at his best, top of the mountain.
Listen, I'm fine with him working with his friends because if any of us makes it big, I mean, if you made it big, how fun would it be to work with me and Hornacek and Cycly? I get it.
I would leave you guys in the dust. I'd probably bring Cycly.
There's okay, sorry, bad example. There's no way you'd even return my text, but his friends are funny. I mean, he had Farley, Spade, Chris Rock, Norm Macdonald, Mike Myers, Dana, all those guys. But I just don't understand why his movies just seem to tamper off. I mean, comedians are almost like running backs where they got about a 5 or 6 year shelf life, and then you just kind of need to ship them out, it seems like. But this was definitely the mecca of his comedic performance. So rewatchability for me, dude, I'm not in school anymore. I have a job. It sucks. I want to kill myself every fucking day. But when I was in school, I watched this before every first day of school. From 4th grade all the way to my senior year in college. This is a great fucking movie. It captures school so well. I have nothing. I'm lost for words. But this rewatchability is pretty high for me. If it's on TV, I will definitely fucking watch it.
Yeah, I watch it all the time, mainly because it kind of just runs in my head. Like, certain scenarios come up in real life that I'm like, oh, hey, that's funny. And you can reference that movie. One thing we did talk about, and I think we got a little bit of time, it's very, like, there's actually kind of a message to the story, as ridiculous as it sounds and seems, is you learn everything you need to learn in high school, but you still forget everything that you need to know because he learns everything he needs to know from high school, and he still ends up beating Eric Gordon in the decathlon or whatever it's called, the smart people race.
Two things. Whenever he comes in with that with the Firebird, which I had in high school, and the REO Speedwagon 3/4 sleeve, that'd be like us going to high school now with a Blink 182 t-shirt. I'm like, hey, I'm cool. And everyone's like, who the fuck are they? And the other thing is, we've all been that kid with the backwards cap with the hair hanging out and like a cool shirt and be like, dude, I cannot wait until I get to high school. And I wish someone would just grab me by my chubby cheeks, like, just stay here, stay as long as you can, and for the love of God, cherish it. Because one day you're going to have a boss riding your ass, you're going to have fucking reports to do, you're going to have to drink on Thursday, have to get up for work at fucking 6 on a Friday. It's going to suck, man. Stay. If you're listening to us and you're like a 6th grader, what the fuck are you doing? This is explicit language. But if you are, cherish it, man. Seriously, cherish it. It's the best time of your life, for sure. All right, Bro4 Squad podcast. Bro4Squad.com is where you can check us out. Twitter at Bro4Squad, and iTunes and YouTube is where you can find our content. Hopefully you're listening to one of those platforms as you're listening to it right now. So do us a favor and subscribe at the bottom. Until then, we will see you in the detention hall.
O'Doyle rules!